Check this out. You're going to love it. It's a feather. Look, buddy. It's a turkey feather. Check that out. I haven't found a turkey feather in a while. Yeah, you smelled a turkey? Yeah, we like the turkeys, don't we? No, you don't want turkey? You don't want wild turkey? Say, give me a Caesar meal. I don't want turkey. Right? Turkey feather. You gonna hunt some turkeys? No, he's not gonna hunt turkeys. Anyway, have a great day. It's the small things in life. I found a feather on my walk, and oh well, all that stuff can go along. I found a feather. Put it in my hair. You ready? Woo! Got my feather in my hair. Sometimes things happen, like finding this feather. Ooh. It makes me remember a happy childhood memory with me and my dad when I was a small child. After dinner, I would sit on his knee, and he would pretend his knee was a horse. And he would sing some strange Indian kind of tune, cowboy kind of tune, and that's what he would do. Woo, woo. And he would bounce me around on his knee. Of course, as I got older, that didn't happen, but I was very small, and I remembered that. I put that feather in my hair. Speaking of that with my dad. And I was up at Tractor Supply Sunday, and a man that my dad used to always talk to, as I was checking out, he said, "I miss seeing your dad." And he got upset because I guess he thought he upset me. And I said, "Yeah, I know, I miss my dad too. When I come into Tractor Supply, you know, I feel close to him." Oh, I got gnats in my eyes. So I'm here trying to get this one gnat out of my eye, and I have like 20 trying to get into my eye. There's like gnat palooza out here today. Oh my God. Like, you sit inside all winter, and then you just want to be outside in the summer and enjoy your life outside. And the freaking gnats are so bad. Anyway, I got it out. Oh gosh, that hurt. Anyway, I'm going to finish this story. So I was at Tractor Supply Sunday getting my horse food. And a man my dad used to talk to all the time when he got his chicken food was checking me out. And he said, "You know, I really miss seeing your dad in here." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you." No, it doesn't upset me. It's something I have to live with every day, that I don't get to see my dad anymore. So I said to him, "I'm glad to hear that he made an impact on you." And I said that was his big thing, was going to Tractor Supply to get his chicken food, and he would buy me food, horse food and all, trying to help me out as I was trying to fix my life. And I said, "Don't ever be sorry." I said, I'm glad, you know, that my dad made that impact in your life, because that should be our purpose down here. My dad, there's not much more to say. There's no one like my dad. Been and will never be anyone like my dad. There's another big giant thistle here. Look how big that is. These are the biggest thistles I've seen in years on this mountain. Giant. Like the thistles have mutated. Crazy. Anyway, so treasure those people in your life because you don't know when they'll be taken from you. And care for one another. As Jesus told us, love one another as I have loved you. My dad, he used to love to quote, "What you do for the least of my brethren, you do for me." He wasn't a big Bible man, but he knew that one. Anyway, my dad, I was saying to Al yesterday while we were out, I was like, you know, people might think I'm crunchy, but you should have known my dad when I was young. All my friends thought he was always kind and loving, but my dad had a temper. His side of the family was German. Anyway, no, I think my dad would be proud of me. We had went to go to Costco, and the parking lot was slammed. And so we drove out. I mean, there was no parking spaces. It's just completely packed. And that was me and my dad's last trip to Costco. And he was adamant. My dad, when he was done with you. And we had went to Costco right after the big 2020 thing. And we were stalked by an employee. And I had my mask down on my chin because I couldn't breathe. And I don't buy into all that. So this employee came after me twice to order me to put up my mask. I've even got a picture of my dad putting on his mask to go into Costco. Anyway, when we got in the vehicle, he looked at me and he said, "That's the last time I'll ever go into Costco." He never went back. So it made me think of my whole Michael's shopping experience yesterday. And I said, I've hit my dad's level. I'll never go back. I will never walk back into Michael's again. Now, I have been back into Costco, but I wasn't the one that said that. And I certainly wouldn't pay for a membership at Costco either. So, anyway, just a little side note there about my dad. When my dad was finally done, he was finally done. His yay was yay and his no was no. And if you didn't like it, oh well, there's the road you can go. But yeah, my dad was a very, very good man. What most people don't understand is he grew up right at the end of the Depression. So possessions were important to him, sometimes over the top. But he valued the things that he worked hard for. He took care of them. And that's something that hasn't happened for many a decade down here now. And you see how a lot of people don't really value anything they work for. They don't value their spouse, their family. And people might accuse me of that. No, I felt unvalued. That's why I walked away from my first marriage. I feel unvalued. See you later. That's how I roll. So, yeah, my dad understood the value of people in your life, of trying to have a little bit more overlooking, perhaps saying something off to the side if he was disgruntled about something. But my dad didn't, he valued family greatly. And he learned that, you work hard for things and you should take care of them. You should try to find a good deal on things. So I said to somebody the other day, well, if you don't like me, then you didn't like my dad. And if you don't love me, then you didn't love my dad. Truly. So, as my mother used to say, your daughter. Yep. I'm my dad's daughter. But worse than that has been losing my dad.